Alright, here we go with part 5. Let's see, anything here? No, 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 no. Yep, go through the boring hands. Let's see if anything up. About a 2.5x raise, I'm not going to mess with it. I pretty much let that go, I bet. Yeah, that's just BS. Now, if these blinds were 200, 400, I bet I shove that because of the leverage factor. But 20 big blinds, I'm not going to bother it, especially when he's got me covered. I'll just let it go. No, I'm not going to play with 9-7 or 5-2. I must have sat out that hand. Did I get moved? No, I don't know what the hell happened there. Where'd it go? Don't know. Don't care. Okay. Oh, the antes. Okay. Close, but no, I'm not going to raise Queen 9 suited there. Funny. If I had 2,000 chips, I shove it. But here, I fold it. Same with that. 10-8. Anything cute happen? Let's see. Yeah, Jiggly elected to raise again. Now, we've already seen that he's capable of raise folding. However, I'd like to have at least a playable hand in case I'm called. And 10-8 is just not good enough. Plus, I don't want to do it every time he does it. He'd get suspicious eventually. Though I'll have to admit, the situation is perfect. And especially now that we've got antes involved, it's even more worth it. That was suited, I'd be tempted. But I'd rather do it with ace 10 or 4s or something like that, or naturally a bigger hand. Here, let it go. Situation here is getting different. If it wasn't for all these limpers, that's tempting to shove. I may let this go only because he's got twice my chips. I'd probably do if it was suited, though. I think I'd let this go. I'd probably use a range. I'd probably go over half my range here. Maybe as if I was playing my heads up super turbos. I'd probably shove about 60-65% of my hands. Queen 5, unfortunately, believe it or not, is just not in there. Sounds like it should be, but it's not. Suited it would be, but offsuit just doesn't cut the mustard, I guess. But that'll make it. Let's see. Here's our friend Morgan. He's limped in. This is a high blind limp. I call it an HBL. I put a note on this guy that he high blind limps. I bet I did. Of course, with a hand like this is pretty standard here. We're going to shove that, especially with only 12 big blinds. There's no reason not to. And he likes to call me with ace jack. Limp calls with ace jack. I'm not going to say how horrible that probably is. I mean, it wouldn't matter. He raises, I'm shoving anyway. But I'm not sure what his thought process behind that is. But if I recall correctly, he raised with 8s on the button. And here he is limp calling with ace jack. I don't know if he set trap for me or what he thought he was doing. I don't know. But fortunately, go ahead and hold. That's twice I've won a pot off this guy to stay in it. Okay. Continuing on, now all of a sudden we've got a stack. Of course, I'm not going to do anything with that. In fact, we need to go ahead and scroll this down a little bit. 9, 10, ace 5, 3, 4. All these hands are just not going to be that playable. Let's see here. I'm going to see a multi-way limp pot here. I whiff. Well, now I've got nothing still. No reason. I'm not going to try it. Maybe I'll hit something in the end. Didn't happen here. Oh, and now he likes to bet. See what happens. He elected to try to steal. Being last act, nobody seemed to care. He hit the river. Looked them up. Okay, let's see. I probably let this go. Well, there's a shove anyway. Anything happen? No. Queen 9. Oh, another shove though. I would have raised this here though. And I would have raised it to 750, or about that point where I'd be using my 2.5x now with the antes in play. But not to be. 5-2, 10-8, king 6, king 6, 9-2. Yep. I get cards. Good thing too, because when I get them, I need to hit. Seems like. And min raise, I'm just not going to play with it. Now he re-raises. Let's see if something happened. Okay, min raise and then a shove. And of course he looks him up with 9s. I don't like that personally. Maybe he thought this guy was going to be weak. I don't know. But considering how far in early position he is, I'm just going to respect this. I really don't feel 9s is ahead of a range that he's going to be at most of the time, at least if you want to standardize it. 600, I would say he has enough to set mine his 9s, in fact. But this is, I think, a little aggressive. At least, I mean, he made it 4x, which I like the raise size if he's going to do it. He's kind of got that awkward stack size again, 10x. I mean, if he's going to do it without that reason, I mean, I like the 4x being out of position, but considering the stack size, effective stack size especially, is in that awkward range, I just feel it's better to flat if he's going to do it, set mine it. I mean, if you're going to do anything, go ahead and shove. I think that's better than doing what he's doing here. I guess unless he, I don't know, maybe he's trying some kind of go and go with 9s. Because if he calls, you know, the pot's going to be, what, 7,000? I mean, 5,300 to a 7,000 pot to continue. I mean, there's a chance, but go and go like that is almost like turning into a bluff, perhaps. I don't know, but naturally, once that happens, he's getting better than 2-1. He's got to call. Can't fold a pocket pair getting better than 2-1 most of the time. And in this case, he was ahead. Ended up winning the hand. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be doing that. I probably would have set mine. I'm a chicken, though. Oh, that's a good one to talk about, though, because, like I said, we've got antes now, and these are pretty big antes. 12.5%. I mean, it's worth to go after, but, you know, a typical range there, I just don't know if I want to be going with 9s. Ace Queen. I guess a lot of guys are going to raise Ace Queen there. You know, I got to remember I might be a little tighter than some, but I don't know if 8s is ever raising there. It might be, I guess. It's possible. I guess there's a chance he could have thought that the min raise was a weak hand and was thinking he had fold equity. I don't know. I just feel that stack size might have been a little awkward. And we're not doing anything with that. Same thing with Jack 4. Yeah. Okay, this looks like a good spot to call this part 5, right before we have a nice hand with kings. I don't know what's going to happen, maybe nothing. But we're getting close to 10 minutes, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and end part 5 here.